All right, it's day 9:55, Saturday, April 1st. How's it going? Outside Viola Mall, it is 84 degrees. Hey guys, so you know, as I was walking around yesterday, shooting a video on why I moved to the Philippines, which I'll post here in a little bit, um, a viewer actually came up to me, and gosh, we ended up talking for like 3 hours, and out of that conversation, and actually another viewer that came up to me even a week before that, this video came about, which is, just kind of navigating around the Cebu Business Park and what's here. So yeah, that's what this video is, real quick. So what was interesting about both these gentlemen that came up to me, well, one, that they watched this ridiculously crazy channel that I'm making, but just like some of the common questions that they had and situations. And one of them is just kind of where everything's at here and how to get around and that. So if you look across the street, what they both were staying at, and where I stayed at as well back in August, is this Quest Hotel up there. And so it's right across the street from the Isle Mall, and that's where I'm kind of standing out now. The mall's about ready to open. It's 10 a.m. The mall hours, I believe, are 10 to 9, and then 10 to 10, I think, on Friday and Saturday. I'll confirm that and post it on the website. But anyways, yeah, the mall's about ready to open up, and right across the street is the Quest Hotel, and it's one of the hotels that a lot of folks stay at, as it's one that becomes recommended by several vloggers. So, like I said, I even stay there too. Great breakfast, and just conveniently located. But as soon as you cross the street from the hotel, you're going to be entering the mall here at the H&M entrance, and there it is right there. You can see the H&M store, and it's kind of key to kind of remember that, because when you're inside the mall here, it's very much like a Las Vegas casino where you can just get lost. I mean, they're huge. So I'll put a little bit on some tips on navigating, but knowing where the H&M store is at, it'll take you right back out to your Quest Hotel. There's several entrances to the mall here, and the other one that's down, if you're straight down here, and that's the Metro entrance. And I'll shoot a little bit about that also, and what you can find there. But also too, down here is another entrance, and we'll walk down towards that really quick, and I'll show you that entrance. So one of the first pro tips too, if you haven't noticed, is it's busy right at 10. So even if you just wait 20 minutes for the people to get in and get settled, you can kind of come right in and out. But if you're looking to be here right at 10, there is a line to get in. But this entrance right down here is where you're going to find Globe, and where you're going to get access to JRC, the visa consulting company. And now JRC, they're not located inside the mall, they're just outside, but this is a great way to kind of get in there and get access to them, is through this entrance, as well as, like I said, Globe. And we'll take a look at that here in just a second. All right, so I just went in that entrance I was pointing to, not the H&M entrance, but just to the left there. And so here is where you're going to find Globe. And so Globe is could be your home internet provider. They're their cell service. A couple different options here. One of them is a prepaid plan that you can do month to month. I think they offer 3 gigabyte plans and so on, which is what I had initially. But then I actually decided to go with a 1-year plan with 30 gigabyte of data, just because I was burning through that. But I mean, if you're just here checking things out, and this isn't a permanent home for you, if you're going to be here, a couple months or whatever, probably that prepaid plan will get you by. And they get you a SIM card, get you a local number, so you can use your GCash and things like that. What's the app for? I don't know, whatever that kind of local Uber app is here. I don't really use it, but that'll also get you access to stuff like that. So here's Globe, and right outside here, this particular exit is where you'll find JRC Visa services. Now, I use them, and I've had just phenomenal experience with them. I think they're great. I mean, I think sometimes they're a little bit slow to respond to email from Western standards, but you know, it's just right here. I just walk over. And so they're outside the mall. It's not in the mall. But as you walk out here, hey, Ampin, Mayang buntag. What's that? My vlog? Yeah. Carefree Chris. Yeah. What's that? Outside hot? Yeah. In it. Yeah. Salamat. Yeah. Oh, see, that's what's so cool, right? Everyone's just phenomenal. Everyone's real friendly. Even the guards, right? Just he's warning me that it's hot out. All right, so JRC, just right outside the mall here. They're up on the 6th floor. I don't know their hours, but the other day I called them, it was like 8:30 in the morning, and people answered the phone. So, I mean, they're open early, and I think I would, 8 to 5 would be my assumption. Heads up though, a couple tips when you come here. For one, they don't allow you to wear slippers, and slippers are flip-flops. Very similar, right? So you don't want to wear your slippers. You want to make sure your shoes. I mean, you could show up in shorts and a t-shirt and stuff, but there is a little bit of a dress code, so just be mindful of that. I showed up here the other day with flip-flops, and they were like, "No, you can't come in." The other kind of tip about this is they like for you to leave an ID here at this desk to get a badge. So if you bring you'll need your passport, but you'll also, maybe if you can bring your driver's license or any other ID, you can leave it here at the desk. And there's usually a guy outside here. But yeah, so this is where the JRC Visa, and they're up on the 6th floor. Again, no slippers. And this place, although I don't see it now, and maybe it's changed, but yeah, they did require me to wear a face mask in here, which is probably the only place that I've had that requirement since I've been here. So just kind of a heads up on that, but that is where JRC Visa is at. Okay, now we're back out. We're in the terrace part of the Ayala Mall here. And this is really spectacular down here. This is, I think, what makes the Philippines Mall, and this mall in particular, just so unique, is this outside garden area. And they do a lot of events here. They'll do concerts and all kinds of stuff out here, weather permitting. So just a really, really unique area, really beautiful. And then outside the perimeter here, you've got all these restaurants. You've got all these eateries. You got TGI Fridays, right? And then just beat Bo's coffee shop. You got some Starbucks, and then, some more local cuisine type of things over here. I guess there's a pancake place my buddy was telling me about. I need to check that out. But yeah, so this is the terrace area. Just a really incredible area, really beautiful. Around Christmas, they actually this whole thing will be lit up with lights. It's just, man, spectacular. But yeah, so this is the terrace area. Okay, so now we're in the center of the mall, and you can see here you've got kind of the big open area, really beautiful. Your top floor, you got your movie theater. You also got a lot of restaurants up there. But how to navigate once you're here? Because I think this is where I stumbled. It's very much like a Vegas casino, right? It's massive and hard to find your way around. But once you kind of get in the center area, again, what you want to look for is H&M. And if you look straight down this area here, you'll see the red H&M sign. So that's how you'd get out if you're staying at Quest. The other thing to look at is on the sign here, you'll see PUV terminal, and that's that bus terminal that's also just right out there. But anyways, just a quick way to navigate. If you keep in mind H&M, that's your exit. All right, so now we're up at the very top floor, and this is where most of your eaters are at. You got your food courts down here. Everything's still, it's early, so nothing's really open. But this is where most of the little eateries are at. You do have eateries kind of throughout the mall, but there's kind of the bulk of the food court here. Also up here is the movie theater up on the left. And then outside, if you guys remember, I shot that video, there's the Pepper Lunch. And so yeah, a lot more eateries out here as well. Pepper Lunch is one of them. I liked it, it's good. I eat here quite often. But other places are out here too. Japanese place. There's also a Starbucks down here at the end, pizza place. Looks like a Chili's is going to be opening up here soon. A couple of other restaurants. This top floor here outside is really kind of a fun area. They'll do, I've even seen like small concerts out here, like small bands or a DJ out here. They used to have a dog park out here, you know, people to bring their pets and dogs can hang out there too. See what else is up here. Oh yeah, the Social is out here. So the Social is a big expat hangout. And I think it's mostly European guys, British guys. Just based on what I see on the TV, there's a lot of soccer and whatnot, but I haven't really hung out there myself. But yeah, that's the Social. And they'll have live entertainment out here too. They'll have bands and stuff. And then the Starbucks is right around the corner. This new place just opened up. I think it's this Abaca baking company. This has been really popular. That's over there by the Starbucks. So yeah, and the movie theaters up here, like I said, this is where you'll come out if you go to the movie theater. So yeah, top floor. Metro Supermarket. Yeah, so on the first floor of Ayala Mall, you will find the Metro Supermarket. And you know, I filmed a little bit in there already. And the Metro Supermarket, it's your typical grocery store. But I think what's unique about this malls in general is they have the large supermarkets right inside the mall. So, and you want to think of the Metro as kind of like your Kmart, your JCPenney. It's really that kind of store, right? It's your big department store inside the mall. I mean, the Metro is 6 floors. This is just one of the floors. And this floor here is pretty much, it's all supermarket. Now, just as you enter in on the left here, there is a money exchange. This is where I exchanged my money. When I first came here, I bought, you know, whatever. I bought some US dollars with me when I first came here. So this is where I exchanged it. I don't know if it's the best exchange rate, but it's where I exchange stuff. And you can see there too, this is foreign exchange. There. Yeah, so right here, there's a foreign exchange counter here. But this whole floor is the grocery store. Now, there is, depending on where you're staying at, there's also an exit you can get out. So you can come in through the mall on that side, like I just did, which is on the ground floor. There's also a street entrance, which is all the way down here, which is kind of where I do, just because of how it puts me out on the street. But so a couple ways you can get in. You can get in through the mall, or you can get in through the street over here, which I'm about ready to do. There. All right, so yeah, we're back outside. This is kind of the entrance and exit I use quite a bit when I'm doing grocery, just that way I don't have to carry my stuff through the mall. And this isn't too bad if you're also staying at the Quest, because it just pops you right down the street from it. But yeah, now you're outside. The Quest is actually down straight ahead and then to the right. Yeah, so here you are, you're in Cebu Business Park. I think that's about it, really, as far as kind of getting around this area. You can see, maybe you can't, I don't know how far the camera goes, but there's a Red Planet straight ahead. I've never stayed there. I don't know how good that place is, but you know, that's right there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. There's, you know, Starbucks here across the street. And here we are at the main Metro entrance, kind of floor level. Yeah, and this store is huge, right? It's 6 floors. At the very top floor, there is kind of a little bit of an eatery there as well. There also did some, I think there was a beauty contest one time when I came up there. So they'll do kind of small events up there at the top of the Metro. That's kind of how to navigate around the Cebu Business Park and Ayala Mall, and, you know, kind of depending on where you're staying at, just kind of the basic area here. I'll maybe do one in IT Park. I mean, it's very similarly laid out. I think, you know, just kind of thinking about the differences real quick. You know, IT Park has a much smaller mall. It doesn't have, you know, the malls there, and similarly, the kind of that market store is right on the basement, the supermarket. But, you know, it's similarly laid out. You know, you got the big city blocks like this. You got a lot of restaurants and eateries there that are kind of out and about. They're more, I think IT Park is more external, like outside kind of environment with the shops and stuff. And here you've got a lot of stuff inside. But like I said, I can do a video on that area too. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I can, that's all I have. Oh, I will send out an update on the motorbike. I did pick that up, and things are going well with that. I do have you know, a couple month registration process to wait before I can really drive it at all. But I did get it out that first day and rode a little bit around, and I do have a video recorded on that, and I'll post that here soon. But since there is kind of a big delay on getting out and riding that, I wasn't kind of get pushed to kind of get that done. And so anyways, but yeah, just a quick update on that. That got picked up and things are in progress there. So anyway, that's it. Hope all is good with everybody, and we'll see everyone later.